Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with day 17 of 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life and Scraptember, hosted by Scrappy Sisters Oz and Laura Alberts. And the prompt from Scraptember is sequins. And I will tell you right now that as I'm filming this, it is the Monday the 13th. And you will see this on, I guess, Friday the 17th. And by then, it's possible that the deconstruction and mold treatment will be done. If that's the case, then it wasn't as serious as we were led to believe by the first mold company that came by. Another one came by today, Serve Pro, which is nationally known. And so I'm kind of hoping that what they found is what they suspect is actually shown to be the case once they start tearing into walls and ripping up floors. So that could actually begin as early as Wednesday. So anyway, there's a little bit of hope. But this page, this is the sketch, and I'm going to take some liberties with it because I don't want to use pattern papers. I want to use some of the papers that were destroyed, that are going to have to be destroyed. I had small, this is my photo. It's the rolled up papers. Things have kind of been disturbed and unrolled, but I had carefully rolled posters from festivals and concerts and museums from all around the world. Some of these things are maybe as many as 25 or 30 years old. And, you know, some basic intent to frame things, but we, moved around. I only have so much empty wall space and so much money to spend on framing. And they never got around to it, but everything was rolled up neatly. And inside the rolled posters, I had rolled up handmade papers. And the papers were collected from all around the world. And probably 25 years ago was the oldest that I collected. And I had a few that were not in here. Everything that was in here had to be destroyed. Like $1,000 worth of stuff, just conservatively. So that's the photo. This is the journaling. And I want, on this page, other than the white cardstock background, I'm using only the papers that I had used these papers in some scrapping over the years. And when I cut into the big roll, it left some smaller scraps. So that's what I have here. I actually have a little more of this white, which is just a beautiful kind of translucent sort of look. So I'll use that on something else. I have this other strip of the multicolor. This I got at a Scrap Happy reunion. Christina Sorge was with me when I bought it, and it kind of made the rounds there. This is a really beautiful kind of ultramarine purpley blue with gold fibers going through it. It's just the most amazing paper, and I actually like it even on the solid side. But so I have a little bit more of that. I have these two scraps, and this one, it's kind of funny. I had actually punched a crown out of this for Calvin Ball, but I'm going to use it, punched out crown and all. So I kind of want to do something like this. I guess I could use it the other way. But what I like is this kind of is a natural edge, and I could maybe do an embellishment right there. I kind of want to do it like this. And there is, in the original, there's this little title block down here. And I'm going to do my title block at the top. I might trim that down a little bit smaller, and then I'll use some of this white. I used the white to back the photo, and I used this to back this paper to back this. My problem is I really don't want to cover up this flower, so I'm not sure what to do. I may cut this paper and turn it the other way. I might cut it right there. Let's do that. I think that's a stiff enough bit of it. So if I do it this way, now that flower is there, and I can put this flower here, and I can do the photo there. I can maybe put the journaling block instead of right next to it. I can have it kind of coming down, and then that there. And I have these die cut leaves out of the this paper, the multicolored paper. I have this for my title. And so then I'll scatter this around. The prompt is sequins, so I have a variety of sequins here. And I have a few flare. So I think that may be how I put it together. It's not exactly the same as that one, but I think I really want the paper to show. Okay, so I'm going to sit down and get busy with this. I'm going to tape, and I think if I'm very careful, I think my tape roller will stick. I have to be careful at the ending of it. And I'm going to place it kind of right here, a little bit down from center. Okay, and then I want to be sure that I leave some unglued areas there. So let me put tape behind here. Let me close my laptop so that doesn't continue bothering us. Okay, let me see if that's the right place for that to go. I think so. And then where's my other piece? It's down here. I want a fair amount of this to show as well. I think I may move this a little bit over to the left, or to the right rather, the other left. There. And then do I want that or that? I think I'll let this show. I can maybe let this come down a little bit farther so more of it shows. And I'm going to let it come down to the end of the page. That completely, it's completely different from the sketch, but I'm accommodating the paper right now and what I want the paper, what of the paper I want to show. Okay, so this is gonna go right there so that it just covers that seam. Let me stand up and make sure I get that right. Okay, there. And then this can scooch down here, and I'll run it maybe even below this. And I'll have that overlapping. This is just a cushion that's showing there. I photographed this outside. I had to take this outside. You can see this dark area right here. That's all the moldy area. So it's serious stuff. Let's see if that works. Okay, the color scheme kind of even works out because this is sort of blending in with that color scheme. I'm gonna trim this. I've got a torn edge right here, and then I've got this straight cut edge. I'm gonna straight cut some more off of it. And that will leave me another little strip to play with. So then I can do this and this, and I will go do that now. The colors are almost prettier on the reverse side than on this side. Let me get this up under it. Kind of do it like that. Okay, and then this can go, I guess I should put it right side up. And the word memories kind of refers to the fact that there are lots and lots and lots of memories, the value of which cannot be computed in there. And I don't think the mold people or the contractor who's paying for the mold people are gonna ascribe much value to it at all. Obviously, these are the kinds of things, and I'm lucky because not much in the way of personal property was destroyed. There's some old medical records and old financial records that had to be tossed because they're, this is not glued, taped on there up to the top, so let me get that done. And I'm fortunate that Jose has stepped up and accepted responsibility and is covering costs. So let me see where I'm going to do these guys. I kind of want to put the two tropical leaves together, maybe right there and underneath one of the flares. Maybe put the flare over here. And I'll put the flare under there and then tuck these under the flare. I don't think the pop dot under that's attaching the flare, I don't think that would have held this down. I have to get the right side and the wrong side sorted out, because they're almost as pretty on one side as the other, and pretty in a different way. Okay, so that's not... Okay, that's good. I like that. And I've got this blue bit and this different color scheme. I kind of want the right curvature, if you will. Those two could maybe go under this flare, which has a lot of blue in it. So let me get them a lot closer together, and I am going to try to stick them down with the foam tape that's underneath. And it may need a little glue under here. It's time to order more glue, I think. Okay, that's good, because I'm going to be sticking sequins down. Now here, I could do that right there, and this right here, underneath that tab, and maybe even this bit under there. So, and then I have another tropical leaf, kind of signifying that some of the paper I got from Kauai. There was a beautiful little shop that had handmade papers and some paintings done by locals and some beautiful photography, framed photography. And we got, you know, some of each on one of our Hawaii trips. Okay, and I'm gonna put this one. These flares are called, what are they called? They're part of the September release, and they are called Prima watercolors. And they're kind of just perfect for this. Let me pull these out. Put that there. And then I'm gonna glue these. I think I need a little bit of help with the glue, with gluing right here. This purple on here is just so gorgeous. Okay, and that's fine with me if that looks imperfect, because it's all handmade. The papers are all very imperfect and gorgeous. Get that under there. And then this one. sometimes the area of the paper that the stem is cut from is more, rigid, and other times it's really flimsy. So in some cases, I'm able to stick the stem underneath the flare. In other cases, I'm not. Okay. So there is cool, and I'm going to, in keeping with not using, like brand spanking new stuff, I was going to use September maybe as a title, because and I might put the September here just because all of this stuff, the water came